The Joe Rogan Experience.
You know where the rubber hits the road with conspiracy theories right now? Jeffrey Epstein.
Oh, yeah.
That's where the rubber hits the road.
Now,
That's where people that are not conspiratorially minded are like, wait, what the fuck is going on?
Mm-hmm.
What? All the cameras were bad? Oh, the guy was on suicide watch? He tried to commit suicide, and then they're like, well, don't do that again. And then he did it. Like, if you talk to people that have been locked up, they take away everything, man. If you've been on suicide watch, they fucking take away everything. Mm-hmm. And you find this guy who's got a broken neck, and he hung himself. Like, how? How did he hang himself? Can we see the video footage? Oh, sorry, the cameras were broken.
I think hanging yourself is wicked hard.
It's not easy.
Yeah.
It's not easy. It's not easy when you're in a jail, and they take away all your shit.
Have you been to jail?
No, never been to jail.
I was only in jail overnight, but...
I mean, if you're on suicide watch, man, they make it hard for you to kill yourself. They watch you.
And if you're... Is that what suicide watch means?
Yes, they watch you.
Thank you.
They watch you so you can't kill yourself again. That's the
But they
idea.
watch you every 30 minutes or something?
What the fuck was the psychologist thinking that took this guy off suicide watch literally a couple of weeks after he tried to commit suicide? If someone tries to commit suicide, you know, and speaking as who's a guy who's had friends commit suicide, they're fucking thinking about it for years, man. Some of them, they go back and forth day to day. Some of them.
Some of them just do.
Yes, yeah. Some of them just do that. But when someone does actively try it, they're not going to just be fine while they're in fucking prison awaiting trial for having sex with kids.
It seems like Jeffrey Epstein's life was going to get really worse from what it was a few months before.
Could be, or other people's lives are going to get really worse because Jeffrey Epstein's now in jail and they're digging deep into his past. And, well, I only flew with him 26 times. 26 times, it ain't a lot of times to fly with a guy. I don't understand what the big deal is. We flew in a jet. We rode a bus together. He was on the back of my bike.
Do you know people that know Jeffrey Epstein?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
Me too. And a lot of them, it really was that.
Yeah.
Talk to him.
Well,
hung out a little bit.
There's many people that feel like he was an agent and that he was trying to compromise people. And that's one of the things about this whole Lolita Island thing is that they would compromise people. They would compromise people by having a bunch of young girls who are very sexy, who were hired to go and flirt and maybe even have sex with people, and that these people were young. These girls were like 17, underage, perhaps underage some places, perhaps not underage other places, but incredibly embarrassing. And, you know, for the people,
an agent
compromise
for whom?
Who knows? I mean, there's a lot of thoughts, but that's one of the things about when he got arrested. Was it the prosecutor or whoever it was that cut him the deal? Literally was quoted as saying, "I was told he's above my pay grade, and that he was intelligence." That's the quote.
Really? The intelligence thing?
Try to find that quote. Yeah, try to find that quote. Yes, the guy said, this was when he gave him a lenient sentence many years ago. Was it 2012 or something?
No one seems to know how he got
his money.
Yeah.
Well, the fucking $70 million penthouse that he had in Manhattan was given to him.
Right.
Given to him.
Yeah.
Who the fuck gives someone a $70 million house?
Well, I was kind of hoping you would to me.
I don't have one.
Okay.
If I have a bunch of them, I'll give you one.
I got to run.
You got to go now?
No, just joking. I was here to get a $70 million house.
Oh, you were told wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think the guy, look, I've talked to people many times that work for intelligence agencies, and there's a lot of weird shit that they do. And one of the things that they do to compromise people is they get them involved in weird stuff that could be very bad for them if it comes out, and then they have influence over this person. And if you got a guy with a voracious sexual appetite, I mean, there's a few of those fellas out there, and you know, hey man,
you're very proud of that, aren't you?
I'm out of office now. I'm just fucking hanging out, having a good time with Jeffrey, and we're just flying around. I mean, come on, man. It's highly likely. One of the guys that I know that knew him was also a freak, like a sexual freak, and I'm like, okay, I think I see a pattern here. It's very likely that that's what was going on. This guy was compromising people and probably absolutely a sex addict himself. And I believe all the women that say all the horrible things that he did to them and hired them for things and had underage girls do sexual things with him. It's probably true. It's probably true. He's probably a fucked up, twisted dude. But many people that are involved even in good things, get compromised. Like there's many people that work for the CIA that were legitimate CIA operatives who wound up selling drugs. A lot of this happens. People go sideways. People get involved in shady activity that are cops. There's cops that wind up doing illegal things. They signed on to be a cop, to be a person who's going to serve and protect and be involved in the community, and slowly but surely they get compromised and they get involved in illegal activity, and the next thing you know, they're corrupt. It happens.
Yeah,
it happens
it does.
to people.
It certainly happens.
And then sometimes people fucking suicide themselves. No
and the
big deal.
people that I know that knew him, it was they weren't even aware of the seedy stuff going on. So, and of course, that's going to be true too.
Well, he was
not going to be 100%.
He was also a champion of science.
Yeah, big champion of science.
And but that's the thing about people. They can be really good in some ways and horrible in other ways. This idea that people are binary or 1 or a 0 is nonsense.
Yeah.
There's really good people that do terrible things. There's really terrible people that also do good things.